We live and we lie, and we fall and we fly. We win and we lose. So for now, let's all enjoy this view. Yeah, we live and we lie.
Anyways, hi guys, welcome to the Indecisive Podcast. My name is Amber Driver, and I am so happy for you to be here. This has been a long time coming. It has been definitely a lot of hurdles to jump through to get here, but we're happy to be here. Today I'm just going to go ahead and start off with a big surprise. I have been talking to you guys about this podcast since July. I've been planning since July, and a new surprise has come about, and I am actually going to have a co-host. So, welcome Will Finkley, guys.
Thank you for letting me be here and be a part of this.
Of course.
Super excited.
Yeah.
It's the first podcast I've ever done.
Hey, me too. So we're going to learn out. I love that my stool just creaked and it made it sound like I farted. But that's fine. That's fine. We're going to... It's a part of life. Alright, so I guess the thing to talk about to start off is what the heck are we?
A podcast.
A podcast, you're right. I guess what are we going to talk about? So when I started this podcast, it was during a time where I didn't know, I knew what I wanted to do in school and I knew what I wanted to do career-wise, but I was in a very transitional time, and I had no idea what was going on, and this word just kept coming up, and it was indecisive. I was very indecisive about what I was going to do. I was indecisive about just every aspect of my life, and now here we are creating a podcast about it because the truth is that we don't have it figured out.
We do not.
We never will, but we can help each other try to at least, because I guess that's what it's about. So this podcast is just going to be for, I guess, us to track our journeys through what we're going through right now, and then we also want to have other people on here eventually where we talk about what they're doing, the different things that everyone can do in life, because I don't know about everyone who's listening, but I know that we're both from really small towns, where
everybody's works on the farm or goes to the oil field.
Yeah. All the women are stay-at-home moms and teachers, which is great. And all the men work in the oil field or some other big job like that.
It's oil field, real estate, car realtor. I guess that's the word.
Yeah.
I think that's the word.
Car salesman.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, but and the fact that there are so many things out there that I didn't know of growing up made me intrigued to make it a thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I know that I have been blessed because I have worked in theater and stuff like that. I know Will has too.
I have.
That's actually where we met, but I know that I have been exposed to a lot of different things, a lot of different careers, a lot of different views. That doesn't necessarily make being indecisive easier, but it does make you smarter.
It does.
So, I guess we should let the people know how we met.
This is a great story.
This is a story that it's just a story.
It really is. It's genuinely probably one of the best. I don't even know what the word is.
I don't know. It's a classic.
It really is.
But for a little backstory, I graduated high school in 2016. I went to Kilgore College right after that. And while I was there, I took time off. I was super involved in the theater department, of course, but I took time off, and so I didn't finish in just 2 years. So when I came back, I took time off, and when I came back, I didn't know really anyone there. I had known a couple of people who had been there when I was there, but that was kind of it. But then Will was there.
Yeah, so I graduated in 2018, and I was from Union Grove, and so KC, just for a little backstory, Union Grove was so small that I graduated with 54 people in my class. Graduated with 54 people.
Yep.
And then I came to Kilgore, which is basically like going from Union Grove to Longview, like a 6-8. It was a bit of a culture shock. And then we kind of met in the auditorium. Just kind of stumbled upon each other.
Yeah, I wasn't coming back to school yet, but I was visiting some friends, and I was kind of sitting in the hallway waiting for them to show up. And I have known Will a little bit because our high schools were really close together. We played each other in sports. We competed in UIL when I played.
And I had seen you because you were graduating when I was doing Mile Night Play. And you had come to see Hawkins. And you knew Mitchell, and I always said bye, Mitchell.
Oh, yeah. Oh gosh, I've known you longer than I like to than I realized.
We've been acquaintances, but we've known each other a while.
Yeah, but just to go ahead and break the ice, Will and I met over buttholes. For some reason, while we were sitting in the auditorium one day waiting for all the pals to show up, Will and I start wondering, why do people get their buttholes bleached? And how does it happen? Let me just tell you, this took you on a long, dark YouTube trail, but we learned a lot that day.
I can firmly say that I know how to clean and bleach an anus.
Wow.
Yeah. We both do. And then from then on, our friendship has been the strongest that it probably will ever be with anyone else in my life. Just there were no limits to our friendship from the beginning.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, so the thing that is going on right now that it would be crazy if we didn't talk about was the old coronavirus. Yeah, I didn't know if I wanted to talk about this originally on our podcast because it is such a everyone's talking about it right now, but I felt like that's the reason why
it's a very hot button.
Yeah, it's a hot topic.
Yes, it is.
Enter emo music from our childhood.
Am I more than you bargained for yet?
No. But so obviously there's a lot going around. That's not good words. We don't want it to go around. There's a lot going on right now. And so we just thought we'd talk to you guys about how we are coping with this, how we're doing. We definitely want you guys to let us know if anything, if you guys ever need anyone to talk to during all this. We're obviously always here. But right now, we're going to talk about what we've been doing. What have you been doing, Will?
I have gone down a very dark and dangerous YouTube trail is what I've done.
Oh, no. You're notorious for this.
Yes, I don't know what it is or why people do it. It's called herping.
Herping?
And people will, like, set out tin trays in the woods.
Okay.
And they're like huge, like, tin, like, pallets. Like, lack of a better term. And so they get a snake hook and they lay like 6 or 7 on them on top, and they'll pull them back, and then they'll just catch snakes.
So they just lay like you're talking about like tin, like on a tin roof.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
They just lay that out.
And then they'll put like wooden pallets in the water. That way moccasins and like mud snakes will get in them.
Why do people want like?
Because they want to photograph and like take videos of them and stuff, and some of them are like kind of cool looking too. Like there's this mud snake.
I'm not gonna get corona. I'll get killed by a snake first.
Gonna get bit by a timber.
Oh,
but they pulled up like this thing called a mud snake, and I'd never seen a mud snake ever. And like we have them here, like near the waters. Like it's like a solid black snake, but underneath it's just like red. You wouldn't think it.
Interesting. I hear you've also been watching drain videos.
Yeah, I've been watching that too. People unclogging drains.
Yeah, that's a very niche market.
It is, and you'd think the poo would be the turnoff, but you don't really see any poo. It's mainly just green water and like sludge and like some tissue paper. That's what it is.
Tissue paper.
I haven't seen any like clumps of poo yet. I feel like that would be the turning point. That would also be a highlight.
So
the first one.
When you get there.
Yes.
Yeah. That sounds. Really, it sounds like your own specific version of like those satisfying videos.
Like people like cutting soap.
Cutting soap and
it's
stuff.
me looking for poop.
You're like, yeah, let's just clean these pipes, man.
There was one time.
Oh no.
There was one time I wasn't expecting this, and so like he had to like cut up the concrete to like get to the drain, and he pulls it up, and it's like this like trifecta. Like there's like 3 different like, I guess drains. They all collide into one, and he unclogged one. It was just green. It was green.
Why?
I don't know why.
I don't like that.
It was like neon green, like just flowing down the drain. That was my poo sound.
Great. just for you guys, he demonstrated his poo sound.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
I've been doing a very different experience.
What's yours been?
When it comes to quarantine, I really was annoyed at first when all these people were posting like quarantine routine. I'm like, can't people just be sad and recover? But I actually hopped on board and realized that I didn't need to make these full day plans like these crazy blogger women. And that I could have a really relaxing quarantine in the middle of all this craziness. But so I get up every morning, I wash my face, do a little bit of yoga. Right now, the Down Dog app is free because of like COVID-19. And actually all of their apps are free, so I've been using those, and they have like ones for yoga, they have ones for like HIIT workouts, they have one for 7-minute workouts. It's really cool.
My physical therapist, whenever I had my back injuries, was telling me that yoga is some of the best stuff you can do for recovery.
Yeah. I've really been enjoying it. I've pretty much just been doing, I do a little bit of like different kinds of yoga, but mainly the one I do is just restorative yoga because I like that it's all on the mat and stuff like that. But then I kind of just hang out during the day, try to create something if I can. The thing that I actually have been trying to do is journal during all of this, because something that someone said that I didn't think about was that people are saying that what we don't realize is that this is gonna be a huge significant time for us to realize and to remember, and so no one is gonna be able to tell how people went through it, but they'll be able to read the things that we write during this, and that's how historical documents come about. Yeah. Not saying that I'm gonna. This is
gonna be in the history books this time that we're living in.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that my journal is any Diary of Anne Frank, but
go Anne Frank.
I'm not gonna say that it's something magical, but it definitely has been interesting to see how far we've come since day one of Corona to
and honestly,
now.
I think it's more important for us to keep local documents, because you have giant historical national documents. The ones that really matter, especially for my family, we're such a big family, is taking down notes and documents so we can trace back our history.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I definitely am blessed to be living in small town East Texas, because I'm not cooped up in an apartment. My only ways of social distancing aren't staying in my apartment. I'm able to go. We went out to this nice creek here, and spent some time out there. Put a hammock.
It was really pretty.
Yeah, it was really nice.
It was cold though.
That's not wrong. Even though we live in Texas, that water was cold. It was windy, and it is still
felt like
spring.
getting an ice bath.
It is still spring. Most people would probably think it's so hot out here, but for right now, I know.
Really gonna start up a motorcycle right now when he knows we're doing the Indecisive Podcast.
Oh my God, it's 3 of them. These people. They said for quarantine vibes, gonna get on our motorcycles and
go down that dangerous hill. God, that feels bad.
So I don't have a car right now, but I live in a town where it's pretty easy to get around on bike, as long as you're not on any of the main roads. But you can get to what you need to on bike if you want. So Will and I were going to the store yesterday, and I said, "Do you want to drive or do you want to take a bike?" Because my sister also had a bike side too. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I haven't ridden a bike in a long time." And before we started, I said,
"Are you sure about that?"
"Well, it's gonna be harder than you think it's gonna be." And he's like, "Oh."
God, we went out about like maybe 100 feet. I'm like, this isn't even that bad. I kind of squished my nuts a little bit, but we'll not talk about that.
Nice.
But we took a ride onto this hill, and it didn't look like a hill at first. It was all about perspective. And so I'm going up, and I start standing up and pedaling, and then the first like 2 or 3, I'm like, nope, not gonna make it. And I sat back down. It was so bad.
I 100% believe you were on the wrong gear if you were having to work that hard.
I went into the gas station. Came back here. Had to sit down for like 15 minutes. My heart was just
And guys, just so you know, the gas station is
not even like a football field's length away, which makes me feel worse about it.
I could probably throw a frisbee to the gas station if I really wanted to.
It's just a steep hill.
Oh, goodness. It was a good time, though. It was a good time.
It's better than the gas stations at home, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than the gas stations at home. The gas stations in Longview, they're bad. The only ones that are really good are the Walmart ones, and the Sefco ones. Everything else, like the tiles missing from the floor, like there's like you can see like the spores around the edge of the ceiling.
Oh my goodness. I like the people that we have at our gas station. They're super nice. They since day one they've been they like recognize us every time we go in there, give us deals. You know how it is.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there are benefits of living in a college town, even when it comes to your gas stations. Even if it is, and don't get me wrong, when I say I live in a college town, it's still pretty small. It's probably the smallest college town you'll have.
Definitely.
When it comes to bigger colleges. We didn't talk about this earlier, but I am actually a mass communication major. I haven't started on mass communications. I have been a theater major since I started school in 2016, and just recently changed my major because I wanted to go to school for a lot of different things, but mainly entertainment management. I started doing stage management and different things like that, and I really love doing it.
Yeah. And you're good at it too.
Well, thanks. Maybe one day I'll be able to do it for a big movie or a TV show or some radio station. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But Will is a theater major, and he's actually about to transfer out of community college into big university life.
I know. I'm excited.
Yeah. So this is one of the things that we like to bring you guys on is when we are making big transitions in our life, which both Will and I are doing right now, and how they affect our lives and how we're going to grow. Uh-huh. That's the thing that I'm most excited about is the growth that we're both going to find. I'm definitely excited for Will to come because he's about to move to where I am, and we're going to be going to the same school.
I'm super excited because I did my application, and I got butterflies like that. And then I got my letter like 3 or 4 days ago. My heart was out of my chest. Like I was so excited. Mm-hmm. All I wanted to do was run around and scream.
Yes. Yeah, I know that when you first started talking to me about coming here, I was more than excited, and I could not wait to have you here. And I know that you had said, I don't know if I'm coming here, and I was just like, yes, please.
Yeah, I was looking at colleges real far away.
Yeah, that's cool.
I actually got a phone call the other day from what college I was looking at in San Francisco. They're asking me to do their online orientation stuff.
Wow.
But
Well,
can't anymore.
Screw it, you're
already
coming
here.
here.
Yep.
Yeah. So, you're gonna continue doing theater, right?
I am. I'm gonna have my emphasis though in directing, because that recently I just started doing directing for the first time, and doing sound for the first time, and I really know what I want to do in theater.
I know. You had an internship lined up this summer.
Yeah, I did. Did past tense.
Yeah. But it's okay. Maybe next year.
They actually offered it to me again for 2021.
Oh,
so I can go back in the summer. It's the same. They offered it to everybody.
Yeah. So we've got Will Finkley, a professional working sound engineer.
Mm-hmm. You know that the SFA, a big reason why I was coming here is that they have, Micah was telling me about the program that they have about a foreign exchange.
Oh yeah. I've heard a lot about that. I thought about doing that, because I think it's so cool. A
big part for me, especially with going to D1s, I really want to do travel abroad, because that's my time to travel.
Yeah.
So,
and why not do it while you're in school and learning?
And young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Young people out and free. Throwback. But yeah, so I'm excited for this new chapter in our lives. I'm excited for this new podcast in our lives. I'm excited for our new pals who are going to be listening in. Mm-hmm. We're going to upload pretty regularly. We're going to upload to YouTube and to SoundCloud, just so you guys know. You'll be able to find us at the Indecisive Podcast. But some things that we want to talk about is that while you're listening to us, obviously, we want to take some time to shout out some of our favorite creators who are making some big moves and some big changes in their lives, and who are also providing some entertainment and joy and love during this trying time. So if you are a fiber arts fan, I would definitely suggest that you reach out on Instagram to @Portquilio. That is Quaylen Stark, and he is definitely making huge waves in the fiber community, and just came out with a new pattern called Swatch. So for all you fiber artists out there who have lots of swatches, go look at his page, and you can make this really cool sweater that he's put a lot of time and effort into.
That's a catchy name. Swatch.
Yeah, I know. He's the king of it. King of the catchy names. King of loving life. But also someone else we'd like to talk about is @Elise Pelea on Instagram, but also she just started a YouTube channel, so you need to check that out, because she's out here tie-dyeing, she's out here playing music, she's out here being real with us, so we definitely want you guys to check out her YouTube channel, Elise Pelea, and @Portquilio on Instagram. So thank you guys for coming. We are definitely excited and nervous about this, but
it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna get better with time. There's gonna be a lot less us. There's gonna be a lot less confusion. There's gonna be a lot less nerves, but yeah. So until next time, make sure that you follow us on Instagram, and we'll see you later.
See you later.
We live and we lie.